him. You knocked him clean out.
Who in the 9 hells do you think you are?
I'm insane!
Hey dudes and dudettes, patch 9 dropped with the level cap increase to 5, level 3 spells that include setting frogs on fire, and a few more reveals for the future that might motivate you to take out your wallet and throw money at Steam again. Let's go over a short intro of the patch news, some mechanical highlights, the good and the inconvenient, so that you can make a better decision if you should buy protein powder and a month of gym membership or have fun trying to bang a space frog.
Never.
Давай! After 2 years of the community complaining about the level cap of 4 and Sven edging the fans with the level 5 increase since the release of Greenforge, they finally did it. Now the players can set frogs on fire, turn into a ball of air to fly away from their New Year's resolutions, and summon the dead to dominate Faerun. In anticipation of the final release of August of 2023, the big news is that some of the fan favorite characters like Jaheira and Minsk will be coming back to Baldur's Gate 3 on release, and respond to the player based on decisions that he's made throughout the first act. This means that they will try to spank you if you're too much of an edgelord. But Minsk deserves a good butt kicking after being rock hard for over a century. What a coomer.
You point, I punch.
Patch 9 is the last patch before the release, so the mechanics will stay the same until release. Let's have a look at how the UI, the story and the combat mix together. As a story-driven game, Baldur's Gate 3 focuses a lot of resources on creating dynamic cutscenes in the limited and incomplete Act 1 of Early Access, for each and every dialogue from the most obscure to the most important characters, even animals, with variations based on the player's mental state, medical condition, species, social status, choice of friends and etiquette. The dialogues are basically like a never-ending date, and she will like you back if you pretend to care about her struggles. In the mystical land of Faerun, where frogs ride dragons to burn the telepathic space squids that want to control the galaxies, you play as an attractive version of the available races, such as a Mexican, an edgy femboy, or the guy that is hiding in your closet. In order to find out more about the worm that the squid people put in your head that will make you one of them. On your journey from the beach to the swamp, the Underdark and down by the river, you will get familiar with a simple and intuitive UI that doesn't have hotkeys for the spells, because whatever mechanics you're confused about or are afraid to dive into because you're new to D&D, you can use the relatively nested tooltips to bring a tooltip into your tooltip from your tooltip's tooltip. Larian spent a lot of time over the development of the UI to make it more user-friendly, and it shows that they put a lot of effort into explaining a lot of minuscule details for the new players. But of course, there are some crowd dividers, like the minimap being the size of someone's deadbeat mom, inventory management being tedious due to not having a drag and select option to sell quicker, and the rules of raw D&D being bent over for the sake of fun. We're nerds, Larian. Having fun is on the bottom of our list of needs. We're simple creatures. What's fun is numbers going up and down a graph. You can almost always choose violence as an option to solve your problems. Or you can simply walk towards the end of Early Access, without even hitting anyone. The choice to explore is yours, so let's explore the insides of our enemies. We control a group of 4 characters, 1 custom and 3 out of 5 pre-made origin characters that have a significant role to play in the story. We will have the option to recruit mercenaries, which are other custom characters, but that will be available on release, and I speculate that this will become available once we reach Act 2. And starting as an origin character will become available on release, or you can download a mod to test out an incomplete version of the experience. Depending on your strategy, party size, game knowledge, or the sheer size of your balls, you will approach combat very differently. You can be sneaky, tactful and prepared, charismatic, or go in shattering their hopes and dreams with your big dick. Combat in Baldur's Gate 3 can feel a little slow due to the NPCs taking a long time to calculate how to kick your ass. But Larian is improving this by having implemented the Swarm AI, which lets similar NPCs in the same initiative order to perform actions simultaneously, similar to the system in Wasteland 3. This can be seen most frequently when fighting the goblins. With the level 5 increase, the power dynamic shifted drastically in the favor of the player versus the world and NPCs. there isn't a direct overview of how exactly the different available classes progress in skills throughout the levels. So to brand new players, this might turn them away from the game. However, with a few seconds of reading, the in-game descriptions are able to explain the gist of the new abilities and what they do, so you will have an easy time adapting to the new info coming your way. But no matter how much you strategize, think of the most effective way to obliterate your enemies, min-max your character builds, or battle your desire to sneak through as a spy from some medieval novel, you will arrive to one conclusion and one conclusion only: Fireball. What will probably be the biggest turnoff to new players from this game right now are the bugs and the massive FPS drops. This happens across the board, no matter what PC specs you have, whether you're in the 1% of gamers with the latest graphic card and processor or you're just an average coomer. You will get FPS drops and experience bugs. Ever since patch 7, I've experienced a handful of bugs and none of them were game breaking. But the FPS drops are constant throughout the game after leaving the tutorial area. Usually you can restart the game to decrease the frequency of them happening, but it only serves as a temporary fix. I hope you learned something from this video, dudes. Let me know in the comments how this helped you and if you have additional questions about the game. Either I or the community will try to get back to you. Have fun and have a beautiful day.